Lindsay Clancy's mother took the stand today in the defense of her daughter as the harrowing murder trial of the Massachusetts mom charged with first-degree murder in the deaths of her 3 young children enters its 4th week. Paula Musgrove described her daughter begging for help as Clancy descended deeper and deeper into what the defense claims was postpartum psychosis, a manic and extreme mental health emergency. Musgrove was among the first of the defense witnesses after the prosecution rested its case today. Musgrove read this text message her daughter sent her 3 months before her daughter strangled 5-year-old Cora, 3-year-old Dawson, and 8-month-old Callan with exercise bands inside the family home in January of 2023.
Mom, will you please come up and stay with me for a bit? I'm really sick. Something is wrong. I had horrible insomnia all night, and I just don't know how I'm going to get through the day. I started taking the medicine my doctor prescribed for anxiety, and I think it's made things worse. It's just really scary, and I don't want to be alone.
Musgrove also described a conversation she had with Clancy in which Clancy and Clancy's husband, Patrick, all spoke a few months after sending that text message.
I remember her being very nervous. I remember her saying, I just have to tell you guys something. And then she told us.
What did she tell you?
She told us that she had thoughts of harming the children.
The defense admits that Clancy committed these murders, but they say that she's not criminally liable because of her psychosis. But prosecutors say Clancy knew exactly what she was doing, painting her as a methodical killer who planned everything, down to the family's dinner order the very night she killed her kids. Prosecutors have sought to show that even those closest to Clancy did not believe she was out of control.
And when she made the statement that she had thoughts of harming the children, did either you or Patrick ask her what she meant by that?
I believe I remember Pat asking her if she felt like she couldn't be alone with the children, and she said no.
Were you concerned for the children's safety at that point in time?
No, because I was there.
All right, joining us now is former federal prosecutor Neama Rahmani and criminal defense attorney Brian Claypool. Neama, that's a pretty compelling argument the prosecution is making there. Lindsay Clancy's husband, Lindsay Clancy's mother, and Lindsay Clancy's sister, while all worried about her mental health, and there were many signs her mental health was spiraling into a deep, dark place, they all felt that the children were still safe to leave with her.
Elizabeth, that's absolutely right. And certainly the prosecution scored some points today. Those closest to Lindsay Clancy thought that she would be safe with her own children. But I really think that the defense won the day today, which is not surprising. The prosecution rested the Commonwealth and the defense started their case in chief. And you really want to start strong and end strong as an attorney. And who's stronger than the mother? I mean, she paints this real tragic tale of her daughter just spiraling. And I think ultimately it's going to be very powerful for those jurors. And let's not forget, I mean, each state matters. In Massachusetts, the burden's on the prosecution. That's really important. Other states like California, where Brian and I are, the burden's on the defense. And to get 12 out of 12 jurors unanimously is always difficult. But when you have that burden beyond the reasonable doubt, it makes it that much more challenging. Very strong day for the defense. Mom, the sister, the coworker. I thought they did a great job today.
Brian, I was very struck by the mother talking about how they get this very worrisome text message that we just heard her read aloud, where she was saying she was overwhelmed by caring and afraid, please come help me. I don't know how I'm going to get through the day. It's scary. I don't want to be alone. She and her husband drop everything. They don't live in the same state. They live in Connecticut. They drive up to Massachusetts, and the mother stays for an entire week with her. And during that time, Lindsay Clancy is so afraid to be alone, she asks to sleep with her mother.
Yeah, hey, Elizabeth. So I think this case really boils down to a couple of things. First of all, the timeline, right? What do I mean by that? You have months, we've been talking about months leading up to this horrific murder of the kids. The jury is seeing Lindsay Clancy humanized through the text messages that she's sending to her mom. Like Neama said, that's powerful and profound. This isn't a typical case of insanity where somebody's like, oh, I've had a bad couple of weeks. Oh my God. Oh, I took something. I'm going to go out and kill my kid. And they do it. This is just a long pattern reflecting a woman in despair who has reached out to mental health authorities. Now she's reaching out to her mom. She's reached out to her husband. So I really, really think the most powerful part of the day is it's humanizing Clancy without her having to testify in court.
Yeah, you know, we know that she tried repeatedly to get help. Neama, I was struck by the fact that, you know, she checked herself into a psychiatric hospital on New Year's Eve, but she only stayed for a handful of days. You know, it's yet another piece of information in this you know, image that they're building of this woman repeatedly turned away. And then the one time she is admitted into an overnight psychiatric facility, she's only there for like less than 5 days and then sent back home again.
I agree with you, Elizabeth, and one reason why this is such a better insanity or lack of criminal responsibility case than we typically see. We might see it, for instance, in Nick Reiner. I don't know yet. But typically, the defense is struggling after the fact to try to recreate this story, right? In this particular case, it's already laid out for you. The significant history of mental health issues and treatment, all the different meds, right? And you have mom testifying that the meds were making her increasingly agitated and suicidal, and the dozen that we just see here on the screen. That's why they got a shot here that typically they don't, because these types of defenses, they really only work in a very small percent of cases. But I could easily seeing it work here, or even potentially the jury hanging, because it's hard to get 12 men and women to agree on anything.
Right.
But especially a case like this where the facts really aren't that much in dispute.
Brian, is there any chance that Lindsay Clancy will take the stand in her own defense?
Yeah, that's a great question, Elizabeth. Before I answer that, I wanted to make one note that I thought the prosecution dropped the ball in this case by not calling an expert witness, getting a forensic psychologist up there in front of that jury, Elizabeth, and go through, for example, all the different medications that were prescribed. There were 30 prescriptions, 5 people prescribing them. The prosecution needed to cement this together. Think about it like they're building a house, right? Oh,
right.
The layout, the floor plan looks great here,
Okay.
but where's the cement to tie this together? They didn't produce anybody to tie all this together to tell the jury that, hey, even though she was on all this, it doesn't really lead to somebody
Committing murder.
A heinous murder.
Okay,
like
answer my
right.
question super quick because we're out of time.
No, I don't think she.
Yeah.
I don't think she needs to testify in this case.
We've got our own words right here and all these text messages.
Exactly. She's testifying through all the text messages and through the healthcare providers.
Okay.
Yep.
Neama, you agree? Yes or no?
Yeah, I agree. No world she testifies.
Okay. All right. Neama Rahmani, Brian Claypool, thank you both again so much for weighing in on this really tragic, sad case.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.